It's never been more important to maximize your chances of selling your home successfully. We've teamed up with Wickes to create a House Move Heroes program to share top tips from how to create the right first impression to advice on selling to the right buyer at the best possible price. Let's get straight into it. Number 1, if you can, get the timing right. On average, it can take around 6 months to sell a property, and obviously that varies depending on anything from how the housing market is doing to property chains. But timing also depends on your own personal circumstances. For example, are your job and income stable? Because that has a big effect on tip 2. Figure out your finances. Do your sums early on. From estate agent fees to solicitors, the cost of selling and moving really adds up. If you're buying too, you'll have to budget for stamp duty and mortgage fees. And of course, this isn't the only financial consideration. Tip 3 is to maximize your property's value. You can do this looking at what similar properties in your area are being listed for. Making sure that your home sits at the top of that range depends on many factors, but things that are in your control are elements like the energy rating. If it's not great, what can you do to improve it? Could you apply for planning permission to extend or improve the space? Even if you don't actually carry out the work, the potential can add value. By the way, we have a video on planning home renovations, so do check this out if you need some inspiration. Make sure your property is in good condition. Stands to reason, doesn't it? Shabby exteriors and interiors tend to pull the value down a little, so replace the carpets, repaint the walls if necessary. Try and create that Kerb appeal. Finally, check to see if there's anything planned in the area that will appeal to new buyers. Of course, these things are out of your control, but it's helpful to be able to talk up your location. Crucial to a successful sale is your estate agent. So tip number 4 is to choose wisely and set a realistic asking price. This is another reason why it's important to do your own research early on. Over-ambitious pricing can often be the reason a property lingers on the market. Choose an estate agent with a track record of selling your type of property in your area. And look at how they're marketing their other properties. Is it the standard you would want for your home? Tip number 5 is to present your home in its best light. It can be tough to strike the balance between decluttered and depersonalized. Prospective buyers want to be able to imagine themselves living in your home without it feeling soulless. Having said that, putting excess furniture and bits and bobs in storage can show the spaciousness of your home. Think about helping people to fall in love with a lifestyle, not just a building. All this should be done before the estate agent comes to take photographs, because our 6th tip is to make sure your listing is bang up to scratch. On the property portals and local agent websites, potential buyers will decide in seconds if yours piques their interest or not. So make sure there are plenty of photos and that these are well lit, clear and flattering to each room. Does the listing feature any key selling points of your home and its location? Is there an accurate floor plan? Once the listing has grabbed buyers' attention, you want to make sure that they're even more impressed by the reality. This means really paying attention to the details. No stains on carpets, or weeds in paving stones, or odd odors hanging around. Make sure windows are cleaned and frames are in good condition. Look at your home with the same critical eye as a visiting buyer. What might let it down? Are there any aspects that look neglected or areas with potential might be overlooked? The impression most buyers are looking for is open, airy, and well lit. Which brings me to tip number 8. Even if you don't have huge amounts of square footage to play with, there are plenty of small space ideas, from feature walls to carefully placed mirrors that can make a room appear bigger. Do showcase any clever storage solutions, as this can be highly appealing. If your property isn't south-facing or doesn't have a lot of natural light, switch on lamps in dark corners, and that helps to create a warm ambience as well. Hopefully you'll now be attracting interest from buyers. And this is tip number 11. Your ideal buyer is someone who's organized, interested, and ready to go. Your estate agent is the best person to assess this, but it's going to help if you too can build a relationship with the buyer as clear open communication can really help if things get stuck. When an offer comes in, having a good solicitor ready and waiting is absolutely key. The longer a sale takes to reach completion, the higher the chance of it falling through. So choose someone who is proactive and can help get you there. Finally, top tip number 12 is to keep the sale moving by being on top of things. Get momentum. Make sure you're aware and proactive about any stumbling blocks holding progress up. Be as organized and responsive as you possibly can be. Bear these 12 steps in mind and you'll be doing everything you can to clinch that sale. Do sign up for our House Move Heroes program to find lots more help and advice. And while you're on the Wickes website, you can pick up all the essentials you need for moving and renovating your home.